Hi everyone. Today I am going to express my experience with plant buying as of recent. And I say recent, I mean the last couple of days. Now, I am obsessed with anything unique, rare, special, not seen before. Next club, another club, plain. Anyway, I was out shopping the other day. It's got a really serious tone, but it's not that serious. In central London for bits and bobs. Didn't have plants on the mind. Really wasn't thinking about buying anything particular that day. Maybe just some bits and bobs, some truffle oil, you know, little things like that. I come across a plant stand in Borough Market in London Bridge. You probably know this one if you're in London quite a bit. Basically, I see one of these. Monstera Adansonii. Now, this Monstera Adansonii I've had for a while. It's green, thankfully. It's growing pretty well. I've cut it several times, given pieces away. Call me the Pied Piper of plants. And yeah, no complaints with that one. However, I walk over to the plant stand and I gasp. I saw one of these with some marbling, some slight speckles of colour differences. Some yellow, some on the paler side, and even on the new leaf there was some variegation, right? So I thought in my head, oh my god, it's £9. I looked at my mum and I'm like, bird. £9. So I didn't ask. I'm not going to question it. I thought I had my hands on a £700 or near abouts is what they're going for. Monstera Adansonii variegated, or variegata, or whatever you want to call it, with beautiful, and I'll put pictures in the video because I did definitely take some pictures while I found the plant. So I'll throw them in the video now, I guess. So, you know, I brought this plant from the lady, I'm thinking, oh my god, amazing. So much to the point that I can't believe it, that I am part of a philodendron or aroid group on Facebook. And I was recommended to join there because I was trying to ID a species I have at home a few months ago. So, for whatever reason in my mind, I felt the need to post the pictures and a post saying, can someone help me out? Is this the jackpot? Have I hit lottery with the plants? I posted the post on Facebook, and I'll post that post screenshots and I'll remove names and show you what basically was said. So lo and behold, I got immediate responses. So basically, this plant had mosaic virus. I was going to say disease, but it's more of a virus. So my first initial thoughts were, no, can't be. No. It's too variegated. It's on the new leaf. No, look, I'm going to keep it anyway. I updated it and I said, you know, guys, can you still confirm? I'm looking for the information. I may well keep this plant. Please let me know. Anyway, upon further comments, I was on the underground, so I only got the information here and there when I could jump on Wi-Fi. I received really concerned messages from people saying this is a contagious virus, and if you don't keep this plant quarantined or get rid of it, it's going to affect all your other collection. That's what killed me. I was jumping on the internet. The first thing I read about mosaic virus was by my friend Plantophiles, who has helped me and sold me plants in the past, and he is very knowledgeable, and I highly recommend his article. I'll link it actually in this video description for you. It's worth reading. In short, the mosaic virus is a parasite that you can't see. It kind of lives in the plant as a host, and they'll just continue to multiply until that plant you own is basically dead. It will kind of zap all of the nutrients and all of the stuff going on inside of the plant. So the telltale signs that I noticed that were in line with Plantophiles' article are, and I'll reference them for you now, I'm just looking at my screen, and my plant had exactly these. Foliage that has spots, stripes or blisters in shades of yellow, white or areas of dark green. Leaves are curled, wrinkled or possess any other deformities abnormal for the plant species. Now, if you look at any variegated plant, it's going to have white speckles through the leaves, right? Especially like when you look at Thai constellation or Alboboscidiana. I mean, I was none the wiser. Once I had figured out that I had a plant with this virus, I then realised the enormity of taking this plant home. My heart did sink a little bit. I was quite sad. I didn't want to be, but it got me. Because I was really excited, you know, like the high and then the low. So that's how I felt. So I had this plant on me and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take it back to the store and see if the lady will return, number one, because I wanted to get my money back. But number two, if I can share the knowledge without coming across like an arse. The enormity of fear grew inside of me when I realised that this virus is highly contagious by touch or close contact with other plants. Even it can travel on aphids and other insects and then land on your plant and it has a new host. I mean, I did an Instagram post about this, but if you have a plant collection, you know it probably totals over a certain amount of money and a certain amount of love and time and dedication. So to know that that's all at risk is scary. I got back to the store in London Bridge. I went up to the lady. I said, hi, I purchased this from you earlier. I've just done some research because it has some beautiful colouring through the leaf, and in any other instance I would have loved this. And the guys on this post have told me that this is a virus. And she gasped as well. And she was very kind, she seemed genuine, this girl, so I appreciate her a lot for listening. Anyway, so I continued just to tell her the details. I showed her pictures, I showed her information on what it is, and I just wanted to let her know because she was a plant seller, so it's best that she keeps those plants away from her others, right? So she told me that they were sold to her, or her manager rather, who owns that store, as marbled Adansonii. And Monstera Adansonii, I don't think so, is the hashtag I used when I created my post, because I don't think so. I don't think the person selling these is in the know. They could be marbled. Above all of this whole scenario, which I gained some knowledge about, they could well be marbled, but I'm not willing to take that risk when I have other plants in my house that are more important to me than having a risk factor, right? So she refunded me. She is going to let her, well, she said she's going to let her manager know because she brought them from a supplier down in Kent. And hopefully her stall is not affected by this coloration. Now, what got me was when I posted that image and the text that I did on the Facebook group was other people in Europe, Germany, England, other places, people have been seeing this crop up a lot more. And it's just really saddening that this is something that people think is okay to do, to sell diseased goods. That's basically what you're selling. It's like going to buy a pet that has a really, really bad illness that will eventually kill it. It's the same concept, you know? And I don't think that's very nice. I don't think it's very cool to do to others who don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. Luckily, I had the references to contact to find this out. Like I said, this plant may well be up and coming as a marbled plant. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I'd rather make this video as a precautionary measure. I spoke to several other people. They have had this situation. They have treated the plant quite well and continue to keep that plant in their collection. I just wasn't willing to do that myself because I had the opportunity to return it and I got my money back. So yeah, for now, it's going to be me and this guy. I'm going to stick with this Monstera. He is absolutely perfect in every way. And just be careful. And I hate to bring up this saying because sometimes hope for me is a really, really big factor in life, you know. But if it's too good to be true, sometimes it is. Maybe it's just happening over here. Maybe it's coming from somewhere and someone out there knows exactly what they're doing. And to that person, we're coming for you. Namaste.